Hello, everyone. Welcome to Sussex Saturday. I am VS Speaks Royally. I hope you all are doing well. Yeah, let me get into things. I am so happy to be here with you. I'm glad to see Baron has hit the airwaves again. Um, I just need to be able to catch a chat, one of his live streams, but I'm glad to see that he is back. And just to cover a couple of bases before I jump all the way into the content. So, Joyce and Wendy, I didn't see your comments before the live stream started, and Rosanna, I didn't see yours either. So, you know, forgive the eyes, don't charge, the heart. It was really the eyes missed it when I was scanning. And this is pre the chat, and everybody knows that I usually try to speak to everybody that's in the chat prior to. Anyway, I just wanted to acknowledge the three of you pre, right as the live started. And so, we can get into the other stuff that's out here. Elaine, glad to see you. Elaine P. Let me get it together because I messed up last week. Um, so thank you for the update that you provided. Church Nelly asked, and you just said you were having a better day today. Thank goodness. Hospital appointments, yes, on Tuesday. So many prayers for you, as well as all of our squaddies and fam, as we like to look at each other. Black Queen, I wanted to acknowledge and say condolences to you on your cousin, losing your cousin, and that's yeah. I'm a year older than your cousin, so it's phew. Life is very precious, y'all. Life is very precious. So you're in our thoughts as well. All right, let me come back over to the chat. Let me come up into this and do the oop, let me kind of find this comment and then highlight. Okay, there we go. Let me do the disclaimer and then work my way through some of the content. So, copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. As I do each Sussex Saturday, I read my favorite quote that I found on the Archewell.org site. Okay. Each of us can change our communities. All of us can change the world. So, starting out with RIP, non royal related, but still, you know how I do when a well known name. So, Rich Homie Quan, which is a well known rapper, passed away. Not getting into what may have been the cause, but 34 years old. Yeah, I don't know. Seems like rappers have one of the most dangerous jobs. I just don't get it. But okay, let me come back up here. Um, Harry and Meghan in Colombia. Yes, we're going to cover that Colombia tour until we don't see any more coverage of it. It's still more information coming out here and there, so I shall cover it, as well as the dance, the infamous dance. Others wish they could, but they can't. All right. Yeah, get that electricity between you. Harry surprised many folks with his moves, so okay. I'm going to keep on moving. So, this article, Verbena Magazine, I think that's how you pronounce it. Latin America is very impressed by the Sussexes. They are still glowingly writing about them. So, yes, and we know that little girl that's in Meghan's arms was truly attached to her. It was the sweetest thing to see in the coverage. So, I love that they did pick that particular picture and then, them waving to them as they were at that was the last event that they did in Colombia. So we'll be waiting. This has been a wonderful year for Squaddies 2024. And it's about to get even better. Yes. Okay. So New York, dun, 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 dun. Okay. We know Harry is going into New York after his birthday. There's Annie was saying they're celebrating. Let me get that comment. You were saying they are celebrating happy birthday in New York. Yeah. Can you imagine? It would be nice. You know how we all love to see see our faves and just doing what they do, which is supporting others and bringing attention where needed, and it leads to positive impact to those. So Harry's going to be in New York, we know, September 22nd through the 29th, so a week. We know that he's going to not only just his patronages, it also is that he will be taking part in the Clinton Global Initiative. Now, I know this has set off incandescent with rage. I'm just so positive with this. So, um, it's just pretty good to see. The AP covered it. The Clinton Global Initiative tweeted out. AP then covered it. Matt Damon's also going to be there. Oh, I'm sure Incandescent will match celebrity for celebrity. He does that stuff. Yes, I'm going to be shady throughout this whole thing. I'll save the real rage for trash time. Um, anyway, here's some coverage. The AP. Now, what got me is WRAL, which is North Carolina, covered. I said, okay, okay. The British media would like us to believe they're irrelevant, Harry and Meghan, but yet they're covered by even local within the different states. So yeah, very, very interesting to see. So I'm looking forward to the coverage. Now, as you see here, it says Prince Harry, actor Matt Damon, and World Central Kitchen founder Jose Andres are set to speak at the 2024 Clinton Global Initiative annual meeting in New York, September 23rd and 24th. The Clinton Foundation announced Thursday. Just understand, y'all. Okay. So some had a little tidbits to say about, Chef Andres. We're not worried. People can work for different people, even, the shadiest and pettiest of people too, if it helps further your, initiative. And right now, we know that Chef Andre's focus is World Central Kitchen and feeding those that need to be fed. Okay. All right. Yes, Kuja is awake and alert and just not happy that my phone had a little notification come through. So this was also a highlight. Just talking about, look at the gaze there, the gaze. Now, many would have go, oh, poo poo. Yeah, sure, he's going to speak. But it seems that the man himself, who that's named after, Bill Clinton, also tweeted out and said, this year's Clinton Global is going to be a great meeting. Let's get to work. So, yeah, the outreach, the numbers of eyes that see this. Okay, I'm gonna keep on going. We appreciate it. We've been fed. Squad 2024 has been a wonderful year, and we look forward to 2025 with Invictus kicking off in February. All right. So on my phone, there's an alert that it'll come up and just say, Meghan, Duchess of Sussex. So any news that's related to. And I saw that. I was like, why is Harry showing? So I look and then it just says that he appears in a new video as the Invictus Games prepare to head to Canada. Yes. Mhm. I chuckled. Now, if Squaddie saw this picture and added this to it, stairs, and you could have had a bad bitch. I just as I chuckled right there, yes. I was like, you squad is off the chain, but love y'all over there on the social medias. Yes, okay. Woo. All right. So Invictus Games made an announcement. I am now standing tall and proud on Terry Fox Plaza in BC Place, home of our opening ceremony on February 8th, 2025. I am proud of the hope, determination, resilience, and life changing courage of our Canadian heroes. Now, They also did it in French. I will not even attempt to do that. But this is what they're saying. Here is I am, sitting in the plaza and it's ready to go. And the excitement is going to start building now, even more so for the February 2025 Invictus Games. Yes. And prior to that, next month, let us remember that Spare is going to be available in paperback. Mhm. Get your cards ready. I saw some of you last week saying how you pre-ordered. This next screenshot is just very random, but I saw Meghan. This would be like to me perfect for Meghan for the next event that would call for this type of dress. Tell me in the comments if you agree that this would be a perfect ensemble. Now, the shoes and pocketbook, it's the dress. I'm going to give you all a few minutes. Let me make sure that you're seeing what I'm seeing. Okay, there we go. Okay, I had to come on the YouTube side. Do you not think this would be gorgeous on her? Of course, the cape is what got me. Yes, of course. All right. All right, so we've discussed Harry's upcoming trip. There is news of a new royal baby, and I know some of y'all were like, what? when you saw that title. So, congratulations to the Swedish royal family that will be increasing by one. Prince Carl Philip, yes, Church Nelly. Prince Carl Philip and his wife, Princess Sophie of Sweden, announced their pregnancy, fourth child, but made their first public appearance, since the announcement. And so I just wanted to say congrats to them. Yes, I'm going to have a little segment in each of, hopefully, as good news is shared or important news is shared for other royals across the globe within Sussex Saturday. Now, new crowned queen. So I did share, I believe it might have just been on my community tab, but it could have been just to the channel members. In New Zealand, I had given condolences last week to the king who had passed away, the Maori king, and his 27-year-old daughter was crowned, and she becomes the second female to be crowned as head of the Maori community. And it really took me out when I read it that her ceremony took place as they were during her father's funeral. So I know I had tweeted, and I probably put it up on the community tab, that in her sorrow and like she became queen. Like in that moment, we know that when QE2 passed away, when her father passed away, QE2 became Queen Elizabeth. When she passed away, Queen Elizabeth, Chuck became king. But they didn't do those ceremonies at the same time. It's just to see the video of this, and Reuters had shared it, that yeah, it was deep because in a moment of intense grief, she had to, you could see it in her face, but it was, yeah, the strength was there too to get through this, taking on immense responsibility at the age of 27. So, okay, here comes a little shade. She seems like she's much more ready for the job. Never want to actually be ready for it, but she is now the queen. Incandescent, still waiting. Okay, let me move on through this. Okay, Denmark family announced that their heir apparent is going to take his, I guess his off time. They usually travel. The royals do this, when you're rich and you graduate high school, you have your in between time of what am I going to do with my life? But when you're the heir apparent, basically you're in training to take over. So Denmark's future king, Crown Prince Christian, is heading to Africa after graduating high school. So um, this is him, a picture of him on his 18th birthday last October. So he's headed off for given time to, I call it sow their wild royal oats in a sense, but I don't remember hearing anything about, incandescent, but maybe he did. Elaine P, you could let me know if he did that type of thing. I can't remember the term that they use for it, but I'm sure you all will school me and get me up to speed. So I just wanted to share little tidbits, and I will come up with a little marker for it for, other royals, because I do want to highlight the one king that I had mentioned over in Africa, yes, with his 20 million thousand wives. Okay, anyway. In Squaddie Corner, the first three commenters, I can only get the screenshot this way. So Annie B, Lydia had dropped a comment, and then Vinny. Vinny, it was so good to see your comment there. Of course, YouTube had cleared out the comments when I came back over this morning, but I did see them and took a screenshot. I'm so glad I did last night. Um, so anyway, our annual giving campaign is ongoing. The link should be pinned at the top of the chat. Proceeds go to True Patriot Love, as with Invictus Games was talking about with the account, as it's preparing for the games kickoff. You know, Squaddies do our annual giving campaign between the birthdays of the Sussexes, but we are extending it through to February. So link is pinned. If you're able to share it out, please do that, because that's a way of giving if you're not able to give. So some squaddies are doing a blood drive, donating blood between, it started in August with Meghan's birthday. Harry's birthday is this coming week. And actually, it would be next Sunday. And so, giving back in many different ways, that's how squaddies will do. So just a reminder, there is channel merch, channel memberships. There's Trash Time merch. This is what you see on the Trash Time merch. Mugs, cups, T-shirts, sweatshirts, all that fun stuff. So as I get into pre-trash, oh, and I wanted to do this before. Let me go back to Squaddie Corner. So I do have some love that, woo, y'all are busy over here. Look, what? Look at this. Okay, firstly, Doe Eyes TV, excuse me. Thank you for 13 months of membership. To you. She's saying, good morning, VS and all. You should check out her channel, good content. She also discusses a condition that she battles also. Hattie, to you, wow, it's been a wild ride. Love you, VS. I love you too, Hattie. 30 months. Y'all, wow. Thank y'all to the long termers, to the short termers. Thank you to all who have joined membership. And I have to do better with y'all, because y'all are some ride or die, and I love y'all. Okay. You hear Kuja back there. Woo-wee. All right. So, Squaddie Corner, thank you to Kivia. Your Cash App sent Kuja off because the notification came through. But thank you to Kivia. Can't show you, obviously. Some people do use their government names. I'm not, trying to really put that out here. I'm not sure why Kuja's not happy right now, but she's not. I'm just acknowledging Kivia for the Cash App and the love that was dropped upon me. May it be returned unto you 1,000 million times over. And now let's look at the super stickers that have been dropped over here. Y'all have been busy. I appreciate y'all more than words can say. All right. Black Queen, our hearts are with you. Thank you for dropping love, even in the midst of all that going on. So may the love that you've dropped on me be returned to you 1,000 million times over. Elaine P, also the same to you. Healing energy sending to you. But may the love that you dropped upon me be returned to you 1,000 million times over. Sylvia, thank you also for the love. May it be returned unto you 1,000 million times over. Woo, y'all. Coralita. Y'all can't get me like this right before I go into trying to be ratchet. Okay. Thank you for the love that you've dropped on me, Coralita. May it be returned unto you 1,000,000,000 times over. And V, mwah, 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 mwah. Thank you for the love that you've dropped upon me. May it be returned unto you, 1,000,000,000 times over. Okay, so what I need to do, okay, because I see that's the only way that I'm going to be able to keep up with all these. Let me play my little song for y'all, my little thank you. Here we go, Kivia and all of you. You won't see Kivia's name, but hopefully you'll see everybody else's. Here we go. You're making it rain, 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 rain down on me. So, to all of you, thank 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 you. All right. Okay, that'll close out. Squatted corner. Let me get my life all the way together right now because y'all are trying. Y'all know I'm a sap. I'll cry. I just appreciate y'all. Okay, let me find this comment. Let me just do that. Okay. Woo! Alrighty, alrighty, alrighty. Pre-trash time. Your favorite is out here. I have to look for Princess Sinky. I haven't seen anything, but I may have missed. So, Baby Deranger. Um, this was on the 3rd. So, Baby Deranger is saying, does this hat and sunglasses make me look California cool too? It's not fair that Harry gets to have all the fun. His Majesty the King must remove all titles. I'm just, y'all, if y'all are on the X app, if you know the content creator who's behind Baby Deranger, then you're probably already following. And yeah, you'll get your life just by laughing when you see Baby Deranger pop up. But Baby Deranger wasn't done. So on the 5th, Baby Deranger said, "Ooh, how dare he act like a statesman? Who invited him to speak at the Clinton Global Initiative? Who does he think he is, planning to hobnob with politicians, business leaders, and philanthropists? I bet he doesn't even mention his father or sister in law. This is ridiculous. His Majesty the King must remove all titles." Baby Deranger does not fail. Does not fail. Okay. So, woo, let me do the squatty thoughts. So, Harry goes to the UK without the press knowing, except public events. He went to his uncle's funeral, stayed with family, and returned home without anyone knowing until he was allegedly in the same room as his brother. Do we really need to ask who is the friend that leaked? Hmm. Ponder. No, squatties will know right away who that possibly might be that they're referring to. Ooh, any guesses? Okay. Now, this I saw out there, and thanks to all the squatties, because I take the screenshots, etc. All credit given to those that create these. So I saw this screenshot, and it is given, and even the squatty that posted it says it's giving the 5 a.m. email vibe, although this comment has nothing to do with Meghan. So let's just read. Okay. Some of Harris's early staff was also discomfited by her prosecutorial leadership style, former staffers said, which included pointed questions from Harris about footnotes in their reports or the reasons behind why certain items had been added to her schedule. It's stressful to brief her because she's read all the materials, has annotated it, and is prepared to talk through it, said one former aide. You can't come to the vice president, just ask her to do something, said another staffer. You need to have a why. I'm just pausing. The behavior manifests in other encounters, the staffer continued, such as when someone pays her compliments, she'll turn to them and say, "Why?" And that throws them off, the staffer said. So, does this sound reminiscent to some of you on when they were claiming that Meghan was, a bully? Now, it's rough being a non white in the Americas. Let me just say it like that. Because you're uncomfortable about her prosecutorial leadership style because she's not a robot. She don't walk like the white man next to her or something. Former staffers have to explain that bullshit to me. But okay, I'm just okay. So common sense is if you're putting footnotes in a legal brief, you better be able to speak to why you put that in there because references, you're in legal briefings, you're making reference to other case law. You should be able to, that is supposed to tie into the case that you're defending. Why is that a problem? Have we ever heard this about any of those other folks that run for office, even at the highest level of this country? Have we ever heard any ish about, oh, they asked, well, we're not going to go there with the current one, but we're going to just state that there always is the other ring going on. And then you have some, I'll call them members of the ADOS community, which is American Descendants of Slavery. And if you weren't born here or your parents weren't born here, they just have an issue with you referencing yourself as black, which is a construct that, you know, the racist um, powers that be set up to separate people. Okay, so it's this othering, she just doesn't do it like them over there. They just leave us alone. You're a staff member, you are to work. And yeah, you give a compliment. People in leadership have to also be mindful of, oh, you look so pretty today. Okay, why? I mean, my HR, human resources mindset jumps up like, okay, why'd you say that? Um, yeah, we've heard of the sexual harassment cases. I'm just saying, some people need to get their goddamn lives. All right, I'm moving on. Let me come into the comments. The other ring. And then there were articles written of how um, presidential candidate Kamala Harris is very similar to Meghan Markle. So I keep that article in the forefront when I read anything about her now because they are othering her as we would expect. But nevertheless, let me jump into comments. Let me come on up in here and look and see. Um, Catalina, hello to you. I meant to say that. Let's see. Hey, the Bud Files, how are you? Lola, how you doing? Hello, Brenda. Jennifer. Hello, Khadijah. Antoinette, how are you? Okay. It's just, I'm seeing everybody just greeting each other. Yes, Annie. Prayers for squad family. Yes. And those adjacent to us that come and support and are hanging out. They're squatties too. They just don't know it. Okay. Let me see. Ooh. Yes. Internet. Connie Balmer. Yes, as Baron would say. He's got us all saying it that way. Tier, how you doing? Let me see. Still coming on down. I want to see if I have any comments that I need to. Mama, how are you? Sending greetings and my prayers to you via Speaks Royally and all of the squaddies. Yes, around the world. Yes, thank you. And we send our prayers right on back and greetings to you, Mama. Yes. Bum, 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 bum. Cookies and cream, my manager, channel member. How are you? Good to see you. Sylvia F is saying prayers going up for all squaddies that are dealing with health issues. Yes, family losses, et cetera, praying that God will be with you as you go through it. Yes, that part. Mm. Whew, the shade in me is jumping out. Okay. There, let me just prayers for y'all. Oh, Jesus. Let me move my phone back to my lap. Little Mac, hello, how are you? I'm going to try to behave till I get into trash time. Um, Hello, Paul, how are you? Yes. Can't wait to see Harry in New York. Ooh. For the week, yeah, it's going to be exciting. He's going to be busy. It's going to be good stuff for us. So, and especially those who, if there's a squatty contingency that's able to get to New York or is in New York and able to like go to each of these events and scream their heads off, please record and share with us. We will share it. We definitely will share it. Okay. Taking a sip of tea. Hey, Karen M., how are you? Continuing on. Annie is saying that the Rangers will be pissed again because they didn't list the place where the party will be done. There would be there would be a lot of security, as we know, as Clinton being a former president. Yeah, Secret Service will be heavy in rotation, I'm sure. And should the mayor of New York, which I mean, there's some stuff going on with him, so and some aides of his, so he may not be in attendance. But one never knows. One never knows. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Harry. So Claire is saying, "Evening, Mrs. VS. Glad having you back. Oh, thank you. Hope you are doing well and blessings upon you. Thank you for the great work you're doing. Oh, thank you, Claire. Thank you so much. To you. All right. Coming on down, coming on down. Okay, Church Nelly, wait. Peghead has Earth-ish, and the Clinton Foundation didn't ask him to speak. I'm waiting for the headlines to be like he snubbed them, but maybe they couldn't get the headlines out soon enough, and then here comes Harry. But yeah, no, Harry's not second fiddle. Um, anyway, I'm sure that initiative has taken a good look at that Earth-ish, as y'all call it, and decided, yeah, no. I mean, weren't they just in New York Okay, let me shut up. Lakivia, how are you? Love you too. All right, let me see. Um, Nightbots are doing their job. Okay, so Lorna is saying, so Willie Leaks couldn't pick famous UK chefs. Gordon Ramsay, Jamie Oliver, Nigella Lawson, she's got some issues going on, and Markle Pierre White. So kindergarten behavior of Willie Leaks, very much so. But again, I doubt that, Chef Andres is really trying to be pals, and there's a different type of relationship with regard to Archewell Foundation, a long-standing one. So, you know, Chef is anybody really is can go where they feel they need to go, especially when you're in charge of an important initiative as World Central Kitchen. Okay. But yeah, it is kind of it's like him with having Tom Cruise at that event and having him come in. I don't even remember what that was for. After Harry was given the Aviators Award. Yeah. Anyway, let me come on down in here. Hello, Jennifer. Bum bum bum. Oh, Claire. Okay. Oh, here we go. Rhonda said love it. Elaine P said absolutely stunning. And then Claire says, wow, this dress is perfect. Yes. Tears says, oh yes, definitely. Okay. I do hope that one day, if I happen to see her in something very much like that, even the color would be beautiful, but whatever color. Yes, isn't that stunning? Okay. I know someone's listening like you sit and you saw that. But yes, I did. I thought of Megan when I saw that. It's just perfect, especially the cape aspect. We all know she rocked that green, okay, as she left that place. Woo. All right, little Mac. Prince Harry is going to New York City alone. So much for that idiotic story that Megan doesn't let him be. LOL. Whew, she controls everything. She's got to be there. I saw all of that being said about her. It's just thoroughly disgusting. And um, yeah, anyway, we know better than that. Harry said he made the choice to remove his family from that country and the situation. So his priorities were in the very much right place. Okay. Um, Wendy is saying insecure, incompetent Willie Boy will always be in Harry's shadow. Isn't that something? Your younger brother, who everyone tried to play as an idiot. That's just to break it down to the lowest level, but that's, what they wanted the narrative to be about Harry, the druggy. Okay, smoke some pot. Okay, moving right along. Um, okay, if there were lines of something else involved. Okay, moving right along. In the youth, did all that craziness. We know about that Vegas trip. Ooh, now that was a Vegas trip. And many people saw Harry in his birthday suit. Just again, he was supposedly with friends. Now I wonder if the heir to be was there, and that's how they got out. Something just never sat right because none of the other times that Harry's with friends and having a really good time does any stuff get out. Not that he's running around in his birthday suit, but y'all get what I'm saying. All right. V said Harry's New York trip has the UK media and Unroyal so shook Lazy Willie has come out of hiding with the ragged. Oh, I have that coming up for y'all in trash time. Raggedy looking beard to fake a little work. Chill, please. Yeah, he stands and points to something. And that's supposed to be, yes, something, oh, Earth is moving. It has in different ways, but not necessarily in the best way. Hello, Paulette. How are you? Hello to all of those in the clouds, at the space station, etc. Hello to you all. I know there's quite a few that hang out in the clouds. Hello to you. Please remember to hit the thumbs up. That's to everybody. Thank you so much. If you're able to share out, please share out. I do appreciate it. All right. So, EN, how are you? Good morning. Well, let me see it. Well, it's good afternoon here, but by the time I'm reading it, good morning, Miss VS Speaks, and Squaddies will just be listening, not feeling the best. Oh, sending healing energy to you as well. May you feel better, EN. Blessings to all. Okay. So Wendy says, wow, all power and strength to the new queen. Yes. Yes. Um, it truly is. Now that's a transition. During the funeral, they immediately did, and it really was powerful to see. Phew. Bless her at 27. Bless her. So thank you, Ian. Gap year. I couldn't remember. I know it was something, but I couldn't. I didn't want to say the wrong thing. Gap year. Yeah. Thank you, Tier. I guess they all do, or is it just the hoity-toities up in those upper echelons that get the gap year? I would think everybody else has to go to school, and Bina, thank you so much. Um, so yeah, Elaine, yes, he took a gap year. Nothing of any note. Thank you for answering my question. I know Harry did, and it changed his life. Okay, I'm just saying. All right. Mhm. Whew. Alrighty. Um, Let me just come on down. I have not. I have. Nah, I don't want to lie. Let me just look. I believe I've seen some. We still call them tweets, although the app has been completely renamed. But I'm going to just look and see if I can quickly see if she's tweeted anything recently because I think she has. Yeah, she reposted something like a day or two, and then she was just live. Oh, she's talking about Jane Moore. Yeah, so she's good. Don't worry. Special K's good, Hattie. She is on social media. She just hasn't done any live streams recently. Hopefully she will. I'll try to get her over on ours for a members only live stream. Let me see. Hey Jay Patterson, how are you? Coming on down. Wendy says, so Baldy is trying to grow a beard like Harry, not even close. Well, now wait a minute. It makes me want to shout, laugh at him, and yeah, okay. Hello, Sandra, and I hope I said hello. I saw your name and I meant to say hello, and I may not have, but hello, Sandra. Yeah, Church Nelly, I knew you would love Baby Deranger. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. When Baby Deranger looks like pegging William, well, what a perfect, what a perfect spokesperson, right? More appropriate. Annie B, Baby Deranger is off the chain. Yes, very much so. I'm glad I happened to catch the different posts, but yeah. Annie B says, please give that baby a bottle. Well, yeah, or a passy, a pacifier, a whoopee. Some call it that too. Yes. But I like when Baby DeRachel comes on out and just says how they feel. Hattie says this stuff is so stupid. Don't they realize that they were hired to do a job? Well, that is not how the toxic media is going to make it. Okay, they're just not going to make it that way. Sandra says Miss VS is my fix. Oh, aren't y'all sweet? You don't tell anybody else that. Don't tell anyone else that. No, you tell them. You tell them. Spread the word. Tell them to come on out. Come on over and hang out with VS Speaks. Oh Lord, Wendy, what did you say? Baldy incandescent went rage because Harry's Invictus Games video premiered the same day he started royal duty. Quote work end quote cutting ribbons seriously. But what happened to he was going to be a virtual? Is that only when he becomes king? He said it, we didn't. That's what was reported. They didn't correct it. So I need to just understand. I thought he was just going to take after his absent lady and just claim that he's working behind the scenes. Just all right, Wendy. Harry is the man with the boss moves. Go, Harry. Yes. If it, people always say how they're this and they're that. I can't wait. Let me. Okay, I'm gonna pick up here. Jules, how are you? I'm going to highlight your comment because this is where I know I can come back to. So, good morning, good afternoon to you and everyone. Hoping you're doing well and are safe. And to you, I'm going to keep that highlighted because I'm going to get into trash time. I've delayed, but I just want to, I want to rage a little bit. All right, anyway, here we go. It's your favorite time. Trash time! Trash time! Trash time! All right, so trash time. So while I shared with you about the Danish Air is going to take, as y'all gave it to me, the gap year going into Africa. They gave some detail in that People article because I did pause to say why Africa. But he's going to be learning business acumen as well as I think working like 2 farms and really being heavily involved in. Now, farming there is much different, and they didn't give any other details just from that standpoint. But here comes a certain American publisher. I'll put it that way. that is owned by someone that, we really don't like. Okay. So taking my banner down so you can see, New York Post wrote this. Queen Mary of Denmark reveals heartbreak as son, Crown Prince Christian, moves to Africa. Now, this was the first headline I saw, and I was like, why would she be having heartbreak? Like, what the did he do? Because usually, if you're sending a kid away, they've done something, especially if they're the heir. But I was like, no, he lives a very sheltered life. His father, they even explained in the article about his father and where he went, and his his mother had went also. So the heirs do these things. All right. Anyway, she's not heartbroken that her son is taking his gap year in Africa. Don't think that that's not even planned because of security and all of that involved, but it's just how they wrote it. Are you trying to imply because he chose to go into Africa that she's heartbroken? She would rather him go into Australia. He can go to Australia anytime because that's where she's from. Mhm. Okay, met her husband at the Sydney Olympics. Okay, didn't know he was a crown prince. He was the heir to the throne of Denmark at the time. Yeah, but nevertheless, I've always liked their story and have followed them since. Hint, hint, absent lady, she did pick up the language, the native language, and can speak fluent Danish. Now, I just need you to pick up English. Okay. Let me stop. But anyway, it was just interesting to me that New York Post wrote this headline this way, which led me on my own expedition because I was like, there's a reason she would feel this way. And I took what they said as a grain of salt, and then I realized, oh, he's just doing what they normally do. Anyway, um, KC3, could you be having some scandals tied to you, perhaps? Perhaps. Just asking a question. Inquiring minds want to know, but um, just looking at this and dropping the banner so you can see it is UK media. So King Charles pay raise could fund fuel bills for 150,000 pensioners. So hmm, hmm, that is something. That is something. Would he ever give back and just let it go back and at least right the ship a little bit in the country? Well, time will tell. Doubtful, doubtful, very, very doubtful. Okay. Anyway, it's a bunch of malarkey. But this is why I asked the question. So now a squatty wrote the top part, just so you understand. Here's the head of Church of England, the King of England, in other, basically in another charity scandal. So fixer for donations to King's charities banned from trustee and director roles. See, y'all like to go on and on in that media over there, the mouthpieces of the UK royal family, excuse me, about changes in staff or some incidents that may happen when, it occurs with the Montecito royals. But who are y'all going to be talking about this? I really wonder. But he seems to have the complexion for protection. Mm. Plus, if he's tied to them, then I'm sure. Now, this is a question for those based in the UK. Do you really think this next um, screenshot, what it's describing, is really going to happen? So I found this interesting. Heritage peers to be removed from House of Lords next summer. Is that really going to happen? That's quite interesting because some people would not have anything else to do in life, or let alone um, feel so important only because of hereditary reasons, you know. That's very interesting. So ministers say, quote, accident of birth, Sway, they're talking about you. I'm kidding. Okay. Should not give people the right to make laws. So, yeah. And don't tell me roles ain't, you know, political. Okay. Just going to leave it at that. So, this next one is written by Aroda. The picture that they put with it just sums it up for me. So let me take my banner down. I set out to discover what Prince Harry was really like behind the spotlight. Hannah F., you lying hussy. Let me just say it like that. Um, Come on now, because she's the one that wrote this. But um, you set out to discover. You have no access. What is it about the toxic British media, the mouthpieces for the British royal family, that they do not understand that on January 8th a statement was released. And in that statement, Harry and Meghan, Harry more so, made it very clear that they were not going to have any type of communication with the Rhoda. You weren't going to even have access to them. So y'all playing whining and crying that you do not have access to events, tours when they go around the world, it's just ludicrous. The hypocrisy is just astonishing, but nevertheless, for all the crazy ish that you write about him, any other time I set out to discover. If you didn't get to know him in the years pre Meghan, you never were going to know him. You all just take the leaks that come from, Big Brother over there and run with it. But moving right along. Hopefully, you discovered um, his energy is that middle finger is up and stuck when it comes down to y'all, Hannah. Hopefully, you realize that. Okay. I couldn't believe this. Most of squads couldn't believe this. When I saw that screenshot, I was like, I never did see from which publication this was. I'll call it a publication being nice, but what rag sheet this was. But he has also adopted American phrases since his move, such as "you guys" and "pop the hood," meaning open the boot of the car. Pop the hood is pop the hood, which is the front of the car. Our engines are in the front. pop pop the trunk would, you know, be to open the boot of the car. Okay, anyway, the Sussex's reps have been contacted for comment. I know, and most of the squad that was out on the X app had said this too. I know that you, in honor of my boss, Mrs. S, I have not seen her in the chat yet. Um, you mother cluckers did not actually call the calm team for the Sussexes to ask some stupid ish like this. Did y'all really? Did y'all really? You contacted the comms to find out if this is correct. He can say whatever he wants. He is a human being that knows the English language. Y'all always want, now this, I did see this point made, so I'll make it here. The big to do that's going on over there that led to a lot of the riots is that y'all claim, and you even said this about Meghan, that she needs to assimilate. Well, mother trucker, some Americans feel the same way, but he's doing what he, you guys, okay. Now, if he picks up a Southern drawl, then y'all might want to be a little concerned. But just know that your Prince Harry, ain't ever coming back there permanently to live unless, there's a lot of changes that have happened above him that would make it that he has to come back into that country to lead it. Okay. Y'all get where I'm saying now. All right, let me move on. So, BBC acting shocked. Prince Harry not planning to move back to the UK. Now, this was on September 3rd. You can see the date just under the banner. Y'all need mental help over there. Truly. Mental help. Quickly. Because if you really thought he was coming back, which leads into this disgusting Rhoda on video saying that he should leave Meghan, but I'll get to that clucker when I get to it. Okay, let me going back to this one. So the big to-do, American Riviera Orchard trademark request denied as brand launches. So again, that happens. But y'all make it a big whoop-de-doo when it's Meghan. Sway Sway and the Absent Lady have had many trademarks denied, but let's move on, right? Oh, okay. And we better not see nothing coming over here in the US since they do not like Americans, as we can see. Um, I feel sorry for this young woman because she's always going to be known as Harry's ex. Prince Harry's ex-girlfriend Chelsea Davy revealed she welcomed second baby in rare Instagram post. Okay. Damn it. Harry moved on long before her, I would say, but she had moved on also. Be happy for her and stop referring to her as his ex-girlfriend. But oh, you need the clicks. Yeah, that's what you need, the clicks. I just feel sorry for her because she's always going to be known as the ex. Nothing more, nothing less. She could probably find the cure to the disease that the absent lady and KC3 claim they have, and you would still refer to her as Prince Harry's ex. It just boggles my mind. I was like, what? Why? Why? I mean, can she just go on with her life and y'all stalking her? Instagram is anyway. That's what they do. Got to find some news. Got to find something to talk about. Let her live her life. Okay, let her live her life. Whew, priceless. Now, the absent lady, her mums was talked about a little bit here. So let me see if the banner, yeah, women's and home. Carol Middleton's skinny jeans, suede ankle boots, and ice blue jumper made a chic cold weather whatever. Because you see, I just took the screenshot. Skinny jeans. I probably borrowed from her daughter. All the pictures we have seen of the absent lady, even the fake ones, doctored together. Although it was her really wearing skinny jeans. She does wear her daughter's hand-me-downs. Let me move on. But there was a change in staff, so this one, I'm calling bullshit on. Let me just drop the banner so you can see. Princess of Wales, quote, looking forward, end quote, to working with new chief scout. Bullshit. Okay, I'm just claiming because just looking at the guy, no, she's not. And I don't know any more than that, and I'm going to leave it alone. I will let Elaine or any other UKer give me a little bit more history on that one because the happiest couple in the world. I keep seeing things hinted about incandescent taking his kids to a place that his mom took him when he was younger. If you come to the happiest place on earth, whether in California or Florida, you better get your arse together, buddy. But I would think you would take them with their mom. Wouldn't you want to take them with their mom? Speaks volumes that you would want to take your kids versus as a family. Anyway, sway. Mm-mm. Now, here he is, 2024. This is him coming back to work, allegedly, because we know better than to think that he works. Okay, trying to look all serious. At least you cleaned the ish up. I'll just say that. That's on your face. Okay. So, seeing another screenshot and just let me pull it up because I think I have it on my phone. I hate that when it's live, a little bit of the bar goes over the wording, so I need to be able to see what the heck. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, here we go. Okay. At first, public reaction to Meghan was overwhelmingly positive. Give that the pregnant pause it deserves. With the quote, new kids on the block hogging most of the headline, to the point that William and Catherine may have unconsciously raised their game. There were whispers of pettiness, even jealousy. Whispers, and we see the evidence of it even through this article. Okay. William, who expected to be treated with deference due to his place in succession. Let me take my sip of tea. Was put out when Meghan and Harry started in a slotted in a morning engagement in Cardiff in January 2018. We do remember that, do we not? Okay. That clashed with one of his competitive by nature, even when it comes to media coverage. He chose that same afternoon to debut a new and dramatic buzz cut during a visit to a London hospital. Some members of Charles' household were amused that William had felt so affronted. After all, the prince rarely showed much deference to his father. Urgh. The War of Wales is going on and is very much strong. Urgh. He wants to look like this, but when articles like that are stated, he looks so much like this. Sway, sway. Mhm, mhm. So, him and his balcony moment, when that should occur, or if it should occur, will be looking like this. Mhm. So, I have a derangers alert. This man here, and I'm being kind and calling him a man, I wouldn't even give him entity. I don't know. Anyway, he's sick, sick in the head to even have spewed out of his mouth and be very serious. Prince Harry, if you were coming back to Britain, do yourselves a favor and leave Meghan behind. Do yourselves a favor. Some of y'all need to go back to school. I'm just going to say it over there in the UK media, the road that want to write thousands of books and act like you know so much of this and that, whatever else. For you to come out of your mouth and say that, sir, ignorant as jackwad, okay, who has enough probably Botox in his face, keep it from slipping off. I hope all your pleasures lock up on you. You go to toot, you can't, although it does come out of your mouth. Okay. Keep your name, keep Harry and Meghan's names out of your mouth. Stop trying to claim that you want him to leave his wife. What kind of, you can hear the word I want to say, idiot, hateful bastard would even imply that. But a jealous, petty person who firstly probably wants to be with Harry, he don't want same gender. Let's move on. All right. But would push out that he should leave his wife. You tell incandescent what Ray should leave his. Okay. Because this up here, this right here, ain't given the happiest moments and happiest couple in life. And when they're out in public, they're supposed to be smiling, protocol. Never let them see behind the curtain. Now, I need to understand whatever happened to never complain, never explain. When the queen was alive, that was a big thing y'all used to silence Meghan. Okay, never complain, never explain, never complain, never explain. But now we have the media up here just putting it right on out there. You want some, either they're tossed off of balconies, the kid is dangled from the balcony. You want, her, Meghan, to be paraded through the streets like in the Game of Thrones scene. All of you are going to wind up in those positions that you want for her. I don't know if this person is married or not, whether same gender or not, but the same fate's gonna come to you. May your face slough off. Okay. Just phew. Anyway, this was shared by Squaddie and the responses came back. These are screenshots of just the Rangers. So I have a feeling. I've a feeling. I'm gonna read it as I see it. I have a feeling he would be happy to leave her behind. And they got dragged for filth because, I have a feeling. Okay. And then this one, he may be okay with leaving her behind. Think it's not seeing the children that would worry him, if there are real children, of course. That this efforts putting that video out there. I guess he was doing an interview. I don't know what they were talking about because this is a clip from a video. Um, yeah. hmm And then the crazies come on out, you know. Mm. Mm. All right. So this individual, let me see that it changes on YouTube. Okay, it did. So this individual was responding to a squaddie who had this whole commentary going on and had shared about that idiot, that clucker up there that I showed, um, talking about Harry should leave. Do yourselves a favor. So this person comes in, as you see, and I'd rather not hear about Has and the name that they use for Meghan ever again. Then people could care less about them. The people could care less. Now, you're saying you'd rather not hear, but you're responding to a squaddie. So you're in the timeline and you want to respond. You people are absolutely mad. So the squaddie laid that person to rest as well as got dragged by many others. And then when I went to go over to the person's account to look at their timeline, because I do that. That's one of them black holes when I see that they come into the squatty sphere and you leave a crazy comment and you get highlighted. Well, let me go over and look and see what other ish that you've said. Oh, cannot do that because this post is from an account that no longer exists. Oh, couldn't stand the heat, could you? You try to dabble in that kitchen and you got burnt. Now, all of these different comments show the online bullying that Harry and Meghan talk about, but when squatties respond to their crazy comments, they want to claim, oh, then this is bullying. No, no, we're responding back to you. You come into timelines, say the craziest stuff to incite, and then you get burnt, get a little charred, and you can't even handle it. Mm. Am I surprised? I'll just lay out. Am I surprised? Ooh, I'll just faint in the horror of it all. But the lady in black has a long, long, long list. Keeps getting longer. The UK Rhoda, she ain't done with y'all. Some of y'all lives falling apart. Well, if you had kept your mouth off of Meghan, your life would not be falling apart. And with some serious charges, because we know that former BBC um, news anchor who, yeah, they all seem to have a very similar proliferation for young underage. And that's all I'm going to say on that. Anyway, my middle finger energy is up and stuck when it comes to toxic British media, the mouthpieces of that royal family. Yes, the middle finger energy is up and stuck to all the derangers too. Leave a message if you wish, but you're going to get blocked. Okay. Now, this is a little surprise for you all as I then move into comments and hang out with you all for a little while. I can't believe I'm already over an hour. Anyway. Dun, 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 dun. Let me see if it's showing on the other side. There's a delay. Okay. There you have, on the top is Kuja, aka Bella. And then the dog closest is Penelope. Yes. And they were on their post. Doing what they should be doing. Security, you know. So you have an idea of what they look like. Their markings. We had Penelope prior, at least 3 years before Bella joined the household. But when I saw Bella in the litter, or in her litter, and it was her markings that kind of snagged me because of the markings on the back. Yeah. Anyway, that's who they are. Gotta love them. Those are the pooches. Those are the pooches. All right, let me come over, find the comment that I had highlighted. Um, Let me just highlight it so that I know this is my starting point because I said I was going to start. Okay, here we go. All right. Now I'm going to work my way down in the comments from this point. So let me see. I'm going to get. Annie says, Winnie, it doesn't take much to piss off Prince Pegalot. It really doesn't. He's a pathetic little somebody who wants to be so much more important. But yeah. All right. Lorna says, absolute BS. Harris is just like Obama. If you're going to be present. Oh, right. If you're going to present an argument to them, you better be able to debate your point of view. Obama lived for intelligent debate. Attorneys, they are trained attorneys. Okay? Educated attorneys. Exactly. And then some come with, now mind you, if you bring a problem, you bring a solution. Some people don't even want to discuss it if you don't have the solution. But when you're in those realms, prosecuted office, etc., you presenting an argument, yes, you better be able to bring it. Just saying. But it's othering. It's the othering that's just pissing me off. Let me see. Little Mac, Willie Leaks only showed up at the funeral because someone called. I don't think he really was there, but even if what is it, the vicar said that he was? Sure. How much did they give you for that? Anyway, because it was planned, the British media would have been there to take pictures and say Harry disrespected the Spencers by not attending. I still don't believe he was there because there were still no pictures. If he was going to be there, there would be, the whole here goes the envoy of security, etc. Even if he flew, he still would have one when he landed to get there. He would bring the circus, and he knows that he would bring the circus. Even if he called the circus to let them know where he was going to be, he would bring the circus, and that would not have been fair at all to his aunt. So, whatever. Harry can move quietly and stealthy. We know that. Tier says, just like how they complain about Meghan and being efficient, it's always the women of color. That part. That part. Rhonda is saying, why do some people have a problem with being thorough? She is not a slacker. Exactly. She would not have been head of the prosecutor's office if she was a slacker. Or as some wanted to say, that she slept her way to the top. If more women were doing that, the world would be run by women, but we see that's not the case. So stop it. And when she's single, she could do as she wishes. All right. We're not going to try to, control folks' body, minds, all this other stuff. Anyway, let me just say this and then I'll move on because I know it's a political point. Many regulate women's reproductive choices more than they will an AR or an AK. Now, you understand what I'm saying. And so parents who decide to give them to children who are having issues and they know there are issues, because if the FBI shows up at your home, you know there's some issues. Then I hope you and your son enjoy your time together in jail. Okay. Now, we'll move on. And rest in peace to those 4 that were slain at the school, because that's not what should ever happen, but it keeps happening. And we're just going to, here in America, kind of live with it because lawmakers won't do anything. Anyway, let me move on. But Majesty, Sussex Report, how are you? Is that note supposed to make you not want to vote for her? That would make me vote for her, period. Well, for some, yes. That's how they are trying to other her, like, oh, the angry black female moniker is what their trope is, what they're trying to put on her. And anyone that feels that way, yeah, go trope yourself. Okay. Let me mute and I'll be right. Hold on. Sorry about that. The congestion is returning. Mama was saying Prince Harry is a man of dignity and of his dreams. Yes. Let's see. Cookies and cream. Sir Pegalot is probably having sleepless nights about Harry attending the Clinton Global Initiative. He's probably whining uncontrollably like the little worthless, jealous, bullying punk that he is. Tell us how you really feel, cookies and cream. Let me star that. That might be my last comment that I put up. So, Wendy, you're saying Harry's New York business schedule is lit. Yes. Booked and busy. Again, they travel. I see that there's some articles being written at how intentional their trips are, like when they're there. And Squatty has been saying that from the beginning. Y'all are just catching on, okay? They go in. It's not just for the one thing that you think. I'm still waiting for those secret visits that we know usually happen to come forward about Colombia. And if we don't hear, we don't hear. It is. Sandra say we pray for healing of body, mind, and spirit for the squatties. Mwah. That's beautiful. Martin, how are you? Um, Wendy said Prince Harry making business networking, building bridges while future King William is cutting ribbons. What the hell? Well, one's doing royal business, cutting ribbons. Okay. We saw that with Meghan. That was just, if that's all that there is to do, like you could see she really wanted to sink her teeth in. How can we truly change lives? So you have so many that make fun of her prior acting career, but that acting career, if they were ever listening to interviews with her former castmates, etc., even her mom, that job, her acting, provided her the income to do what she really wanted to do in off season, and that was giving back, her philanthropy, her Cosmos meeting up with Harry, and they have set things just on fire when they're there. It's the phoenix rising from the ashes, okay? They are truly just doing what they can for others. I need some people to go back and listen to that engagement interview and then work your way through to now through the docu-series that they did on Netflix, etc. Just read Spare and then docu-series, listen to the Oprah interview, do all that homework, please. Okay, then come talk to Squatties. Jewel is saying maybe Willie Leaks needs lessons on how to make pulled pork sammies. I don't think he needs any lessons on that. He travels distances to get that. Oh, Sandra, did Diana or the nannies drop Willie Leaks on his head? Well, no, he's just born that way. And um, I say this with no malice towards Diana or anything. Yeah. He, speaking of the heir to be, showed psychotic tendencies even as a child. There's video clips of him, he didn't want the bunny, he didn't want to touch the bunny, and y'all all swatties have seen this video clip. The moment Diana took the bunny from him, because he didn't want anything to do with it, and he was trying to put the bunny, push the bunny off, she picked the bunny up and lifted it up and handed it back to Harry, who was being held by KC3. At the moment that Harry took the bunny into his arms, I want to touch it. I want it. He has shown psychotic, just my humble opinion, behavior from very early age. Very early age. Ooh, Lord have mercy. All right. So Cookies and Cream Karma is spending time with New York City Mayor Adams. He's getting his coming ups. Well, that part, yes. He's going to be a little busy. I'm just saying. I mean, one of his mentees, because this guy has always said, for those of you here know the bling bling bishop who claimed he was robbed of $1 million in jewelry during a service, said that the current mayor was his mentor. But that person is now in jail serving time for fraud. Okay, let me move on. So now the mayor is now catching some wind. something, isn't it? All right, let me see. Ooh, Tier is saying Clinton sound very giddy about having Harry speak at Clinton Global Initiative. Yes, but I will say, watch yourself, Harry. Okay, just watch yourself. All right, Annie says, I can hear Shutter Island now saying, why weren't we given the address of the party? Oh, Lord, they don't realize that no one gives a shit what they say or think. Well, the fact that they send media to different, like, for them to have traveled to Colombia and then wonder why they were shut out, just like they went to Nigeria and you wonder why, or those that had people that they could contact in Jamaica that time. Yeah, they told you no. And no means no. Okay. You will not have access to us. We will not speak to you. Okay. Anyway, let me come on down. Come on down. Do, 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 do. Paula is saying, poor William, he need help. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Needs it big time, big time, big time. Majesty is saying the good thing about that situation with all the military folks that got nude in support of Harry. True. That showed you, excuse me, that showed you how the power, I'll just say that, of Harry at the time, and that was long before Meghan. Got a cough? Hold on one second. Don't try to send no energy here that you're going to try to shut me down, okay? Because, all right, I just had to say that out loud. We're going to go on with life. Who's saying hello tonight? Oh, Mama, you're too cute. Um, Veronica is here. Hello to you. Let me see. Laverne, how are you? Hello, Miss VS. Glad you're back. Hey, mods and squad. Thank you so very much. Good to see you in the live stream. Cookies. Oh, C-Mac, there you are. Poor people call it a year to work and save money to pay for school. That part. That part. Instead of I get to go off and find myself or learn a little bit more about running things since I one day will run things. As long as that one does not have a party mocking African culture, I'll be okay because they try their best to scrub a lot of stuff on Sway Sway's 21st birthday, but we saw them pictures have an Africa theme. Anyway, let me reel it back. Okay. Cookies and cream. Sir Pegalot is unbelievably racist, stupid, egotistical, and juvenile. He needs to go somewhere and peel that astroturf looking beard off his face. Urgh. Tell us how you really tell us how you really feel. Laverne is like, God, shave the king. Yeah, well. QE2 knew what she was talking about. Oh, no, 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 no. I mean, if you have to wear shorts up to a certain age because, you're in those aristo lines, then you don't have no beard. No beard. She knew what she was talking about. But he has to cosplay. Yes, Wendy, all condolences to the victims' families and another mass shooting in America. Yeah, because they just can't help themselves. Stop the violence, please. Exactly. Exactly. So forgive me, y'all, for not acknowledging at least that, but yeah, at the beginning of the live stream. Let me see. V, have the British public ever heard the word organized? Why are the people so passive? Yeah, that passive aggressive. I guess it's just that's part of their culture, I guess. I don't know. Mm. They can't handle the directness of some Americans, most Americans, especially strong, intelligent women of color. Mhm. Imagine. Oh, I wonder if KC3 is going to invite. I'm speaking life. I'm just saying. So Kamala becomes president. Are they going to invite her over and have a state dinner? Or is that like the government has to do that? If they don't want to appear racist. Okay. She'll have her ish together, knowing, their protocol. She won't curtsy, but, she won't step in front of him because, Lord have mercy. Ugh. Although they didn't scream about it when 45 did it to the Queen. So should we expect that they would do that if Kamala happened to take a leading step? I mean, she is the guest. Aren't the guests supposed to go first? Okay. Let me, all right, I'm going down rabbit holes. Let me reel it back in. All right, Lorna. Yes, hereditary peers will be removed. It's from the time when kings of England gave titles and land in order of peers to raise an army to defend the king in times of war. Ah, I read it and I was just like, is this really going to happen? So thank you, Lorna. Excuse me for and thank you for confirming. So yeah, I just whoa, oh my gosh, Elaine. Whew. Elaine, pop the hood is open the bonnet. Well, is that what y'all say? Nash, how are you? Good to see you. Um, Wendy, all these quote sources know that Harry feels or said, right, but the tabloid's still clueless with no access on everything about the Sussexes. Exactly. And then decide to write articles and books and everything and wonder why the books are flops. Okay. They've told their story, as Megan said, I don't know those people. They don't know me, but yet they write books about my life. Like, yeah, make it make sense is basically what she was saying. She says, so why not let me be the storyteller and tell what really happened? Exactly, because we would have never known about that Snapchat. That's how it all came about. Because they did have a very choreographed, in a sense, engagement interview. Lola, Lorna, thanks. Thank you explaining you are smart, almost as good as Google. That part. That's why when I put out questions, what if there's something pertaining to the UK, I trust the squaddies that are based there that will speak on it because I thought it was a joke. Like, oh, they're really going to get rid of the hereditary peerage? What? Mm. Now, if they can get rid, if they can get rid of something that goes back to the kings of England, the current one. Anyway, let's carry on. They can. Let me just hum my way through that thought that I want to just say. Let me see. Gwen says Harry is absolutely in love with his beautiful Meghan. Those idiots need to kick rocks. They need to kiss a lot of arse too, because although they seem to do that and then get themselves in trouble, but nevertheless, okay, Lorna, Lola, they became a permanent part. Oh, a permit. I guess you're saying permanent part of the upper chamber of Parliament in order to keep a check on the House of Commons, which was elected by the people. Yeah. Oh, that's going to shake it up. Shake it up. Ooh, ooh, shake it up. It'll be a good thing. So, how things fall out, literally and figuratively. Little Mac, the British media are stuck on stupid. Why? Well, I'm just saying. Hattie says, wow, Chelsea has not aged very well. Hattie? I read that completely different. And then as the words are rolling out, I'm like, whoo, she did have the word not. Okay. When Harry said Meghan broke the conveyor belt, okay. Again, to know that no matter what your career aspirations are, how well you have, you're married, um, you've had your first child, then when you have your second, but you're always referred to as his ex. Talk about like, woof, my gosh. Um, Diane, how are you? C3 just cashed his 45 million pound pay raise, and Billy got one too. So that's why we're not supposed to notice. Meanwhile, citizenry is cold and hungry. Yes, well, y'all gonna have to take to the streets in a massive way, and then have some things change. Like, do you really need them? Do they bring in that much money? Are they? Okay. Diane, hey, your squad just popped in. Who has a new royal baby? Because surely not Chelsea. No, no, the Swedish um, prince and his wife are having baby number 4. They just announced that's the new royal baby. In case I'll just give you that little run. Let me see. Well, it's after 4. After 4, Lord, it's after 1 o'clock here. Cookies and cream, and it's an hour and a half. Y'all are getting a much longer, as y'all notice, because when it's usually around an hour, I'm getting out of Dodge, but I'm giving you a little extra meat. Okay. Mm. Cookies and cream. Those racist cretins are so deliriously stupid. They're supposedly contacting the Sussexes for comment about phrases. The Sussexes aren't going to have anything to do with those thirsty racist fools. Exactly. But it shows the level, just how low can you go? You have to confirm comments that he says or statements that he's made. You guys, I mean, I'm sure they could have found where he said that. It might have been with a more Britishy type accent, because now that he's been here in America, yes, okay. And he'll never lose it, but it's just driving him crazy. That's why they keep, oh, bring him back, bring him back. Oh, there she is, my boss, Mrs. S. How are you? I'm listening on the fly as usual. Well, we appreciate you. Hey, Kim P. How you doing? I see Faith too. How are you? All right. Um, and Sasha, Salty Island knows they've got nothing to work with, so they have to keep referring to good King Harry and Princess Meghan in order to have someone relevant to speak about. Mumbles and Porkhead Shadow. Good gosh from saying Porkhead. Oh, Lord of mercy. Lord have mercy. Tier Harry IG promo overshadow Willie Leak's bearded looks. That tells you just how, important one might be. Give Willie a shovel. I mean, at least he looked like an idiot in that too, but hey, what can I say? Hi, Miss Viv. How are you? Hello, Miss September. To you. All right. Hey, sis Hilda, if you're out there listening in the clouds, hi to you. All right, because I'll have a message from her quick. Let me see. Ooh, okay. Let me see. Bitter, bitter bullies. That's right, Sandra. Bitter, bitter. Mhm. Let me just get my laughs out. I saw Rhonda's comment. It always makes me laugh when y'all reference this, but Harry did say it out of his own mouth. Okay. Harry's favorite scent is his wife. He ain't ever, ever, ever about to leave her and go over there. There you go. And when not permanently, now he'll go in for a visit business and that type of stuff, but permanent, mm, mm, like you said, ain't ever, ever, ever about to leave her. No. And the more they keep drumming on about that, they're going to wind up finding out just. Yeah, because that energy keeps coming back at the marriages over there. Um, Little Mac, oh, they are really cute. I'm telling you, if you should see Kuja in person, you would be like, that's the dog making that. It sounds like she just would rip you apart. Yep, that's her. Oh, there you go, Church Nelly. Kuja, Penelope. Yes. Oh, thank you, y'all. Penelope is a bulldog blue heeler mix. Yes. She's our sweetie, our little sweetie pie. Thank you so much, y'all, for the compliments on the dogs. Thank you so very much. Cookies and cream is just phew. um Black Queen. Oh, yes, that's right. She was busy. Oh, Vinny, you did drop down. Okay, wait a minute. Those racist jackass wouldn't feel free to relentlessly attack Meghan unless it was sanctioned by the unroyal family. That part. Okay, that's going to be the last comment. I'm going to star that and come to that. But I did see Vinny drop down. I was going to say, was I imagining? There you go. Vinny says, has anyone pre-ordered ticket for Invictus, hoping to see Squaddie's there? Oh, he's going to be there. I know I have not. I mean, just life. I would love to. That would be something. Should I be blessed with winning um, a lottery jackpot? hmm I think I would be there. I would do a meet and greet. A meet and a greet. Yes. Okay. Alrighty. Um. Oh, that's so sweet. Nelly sending lots of love your way. Yes, to all. Oh, there's Miss September. Harry takes his wedding vows seriously, not like the others. Exactly. Is he not the only one that wears a ring in that, the upper echelon of society? They don't believe in the men wearing rings, although they allow the men to. Anyway, you get where I'm going, and I'm just going to leave it alone. Um, all right. I'm just scanning comments. Let me see. Kim P says, VS, I'm afraid that the media is going to start saying there is a problem with H&M because they travel and also do separate trips every now and then. They don't realize Harry and Meghan are so very connected. They do that anyway, Kim P. They do have those headlines. So, you know, many squad feel that I shouldn't, and many others who do post all the crazy stuff that's being said about Harry and Meghan are pretty much doing the same thing as the media and bullying them, but kind of highlighting it. And I'm glad some squatties do because I don't go out looking for it. I do not. If I do a search and bring the broader headlines, I mean they're all there, but some of them give like in-depth um, dissertations on those headlines. But nevertheless, yeah, they're going to do that anyway. That's the only thing they can fall back on as soon as they travel separately. Oh, they're not. They say they're not happy even when they travel together. Look at the look on his face. He's not happy. We saw that. We've seen that at the concert. Mhm. And then the video clip comes out. He's dancing and having a good time. Well, Miss September, William didn't even go to his godfather's memorial, so why would he go to his uncle's? Okay, that part. And his godfather's was right there in Windsor. So he didn't have to go far at all. Mambo says Miss September agreed 100%. Harry's wedding vows was not a joke, right? Hims meant what he said. Yes. In those vows, we all read every bit of his facial expression when he saw her standing there. Read those lips too, because of what he said. And that gave us life for days after. Woo! Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Oh, thank you. Oh, I see a name has dropped down. Let me see. 1252. Okay, I'm not too far behind. Thank you so much. Yeah, they're my crazies. That's the circus. So a lot of times, well, I would refer to that. When I first come home, if I've been gone for an hour or two, Lord of mercy. Marsha, how are you? Good to see you. Okay, again, I'm going to ask, has anyone seen Sherry Ware? Okay, I need to just ask that. I'm very concerned and whew. All right. So Marsha said, hey, Mrs. VS and Sussex Squad, I'm tipping in late, but I'll listen on replay. Well, thank you for that. I can't wait on trash time next time. I got to catch up on my on my Kate dragging. LOL, yes. I'm sure you'll leave some comments, for me once you've listened on replay. The absent lady, as I call her. I know if you see a channel pop up or if you see a podcast name or something, you'll know who's behind it. Okay, let me. When Clueless Kate has disappeared again, they have her in a dungeon. Child, I don't care. Squad is now on the mute challenge when it comes to her. We ain't gonna ask. Absent lady is what absent lady is. One come out, be funny about it, and have this look-alike, which is creepy as creepy as to have somebody come and act as if they're you in public. Just very strange. You kind of throw off the dogs, but yet people sitting around never even, oh my gosh, it's the Prince and Princess of Wales. No, like, no security. Come on now. Go doctor pictures. That's all. She's probably sitting around. There's a movie called Shutter. I don't know if anybody's ever seen that movie. That there's a scene in it where the guy is slicing pictures with a razor blade and he's slicing so you cut yourself. Yeah. That's her. That's how I picture her, sitting with different pictures, just slicing away and mumbling to herself. All right, I need to let me scan. Okay, no notifications on the phone. All right, I thank you all. T Mac, how are you? All right, let me jump over here. I just happened to see Alan's name as I was quickly scrolling through. So, Alan, thank you, thank you, thank you for dropping love. Thank you for the super sticker. Maybe Wee Willie is growing a beard so when it's long enough, he can do a comb over. I knew it was going to be something when I saw the Wee Willie. Oh my gosh. Alan, thank you, thank you, thank you so very much for the love that you've dropped on me. May it be returned unto you 1,000,000,000 times over. I am going to play my thank you for the Cash App. Then I'm going to come back and we're going to close this out. Okay. Let me find it. Get to the place. Get to the place. Get to the place. Here we go. Thank you again, Alan. Mwah, 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 mwah. You're making it rain, 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 rain down on me. Mwah. Thank you. Thank you. Mwah, 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 mwah. To you. All right. Okay. Alan, you never fail. Oh, wait a minute. And howdy too. See, here we go. Because I have to scroll down and look. I didn't scroll all the way down. Hattie said on his wedding day, when he bit his lip, the internet went crazy. Okay. Yes, you know the part that I'm talking. The hunger that was there. And that was 24 hours of them being separated. Okay. Let me just say it like that so y'all understand. Hims is not going back to the UK permanently. Get over it, you crazies. All right. Thank you, Hattie. May the love that you dropped upon me be returned unto you 1,000,000,000 times over. You're making it rain, 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 rain down on me. Mwah. Thank you so very much. Okay. I come back over, make sure. Okay, yes. No more. No others are there. All right. And then I'm going to read this. T Mac, 8 months of membership. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the 8 months of membership. Trash time is my favorite time. Oh, I know. It's for all of you. Um, I was talking to Darth, aka Everyone Hates R&T, and I was in one of his live streams and just say, yeah, and joined the panel and just said, if he has seen how y'all react when I mentioned about not doing trash time anymore. So I know that y'all love it. Whew. All right. So, mm, mm, mm. I'm going to leave this one up. This is going to be the one because it's about the upcoming trip. Mhm. We know that they have sanctioned what the media says about Meghan, but Cookies and Cream's comment, this is going to be the last comment. I want to thank each and every one of you for joining me. Please remember to hit the thumbs up if you haven't already done that. Share out if you're able to. Spread the word about VS Speaks Royally. All right. I'm getting, my mother's house was listed, so it's on the market. Prayers for a quick sale on that, please. Thank you very much. And now my focus, truly, I have the focus to get back into the channel. I'm thinking about a second one to talk about all the other stuff that we can't really discuss here without probably getting flagged and taken down. But anyway, love you all. Thank you so much for joining. Please be safe out there. For those of you, there's many prayers of healing, much healing energy going out to all of you all. Even for those who have had losses in your family, prayers also there with healing. So, love you all. See you around the YouTube halls that I know you in. Please take care. Love you. Bye. Okay, let me stop my outro for a moment. Annie, your comment came in. I just happened to look back over here. I was like, woo! Annie says, I love you, VS. Thanks for all that you do. Thank you, Annie, and thank you for 29 months of membership. Okay, now I'm going to go back to this comment and start the outro again. Ooh.